good morning. Happy Friday. You made it through week 2 of our study in 1 Thessalonians. We're going to pick up right where we left off in chapter 4, picking up at verse 9, says this, 9 through 12. Now about your love for one another, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other. And in fact, you do love all of God's family throughout Macedonia. Yet we urge you, brothers and sisters, to do so more and more, and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Now, this is going to call for a bit of speculation because we don't know for sure. But what Paul starts here saying, he doesn't really need to write to them and tell them, how to love each other. In fact, he attributes it to God. He said, God's already shown you how to do that. But he does want to encourage them to keep growing in their love because there's a kind of a sanctifying power that we see through that. And so he encourages them to what I would call stay in it, to stay in their daily lives, to get into this routine of increasing measure in their faith, and he encourages them to do that. Now, here's the speculative part. There is a kind of a feeling, or there might even be some evidence that some of the people here, and this is kind of funny, had quit their jobs and stopped working because they were anticipating the return of Christ right around the corner. They were thinking, why do I need to finish working? Why do I need to worry about this when the return of Christ is coming? So they stopped doing that. And in doing so, we kind of get the feeling, and the speculation is that they created a burden on other people in the church who weren't doing that to support them. And they were supporting them because they wanted to show them love. They knew that God would do that. But it was also creating kind of maybe a little bit of tension from onlookers, people who were looking in, potentially wanting to maybe, should I go be a part of this church, this new Jesus culture thing that we're seeing, this new Christianity? Should we do that? I don't know if I want to do that because these guys, man, some of those people don't even work for a living. They don't do anything. They're just like, they're leeches and the rest of the church is supporting them. And so I think Paul is wanting to say, hey guys, let's not do this. We don't want to create a needless burden on the church. We don't want to do that. That's not what we're about. And probably this was creating a little bit of stress on the people in the church who were kind of footing the bill or taking care of all of these other people who had may not been working and creating, I don't know how much I really love that guy. I don't love doing this. This is not, something's not really kosher about this. Something's not working here. And so Paul is addressing that. He's saying, hey guys, come on, you don't know when it's going to be. Get back to work. That's our responsibility. He could have gone into all kinds of Old Testament scriptures that talked about working and things like that. A worker's worth his wages, so on and so forth. He who doesn't work doesn't eat. That kind of thing. And so that's the push. And that's what we are going to wrap Friday up with, is this notion of, guys, we are called to love everyone, regardless of circumstance, regardless of situation. And sometimes that's hard. So ask yourself a question. Are you easy to love? And do you love easily? I think that's a fair question to ask yourself. Are you being a burden to your brothers and sisters, to your family? Or are you being a blessing? And I would encourage you today to go out and be a blessing. Guys, I wrap every one of these devotions up the same way. I tell you to go and bless somebody else. Don't expect anything in return and watch what happens in your life. So here's how you can bless me. You can hit the like and the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be made aware every time we put out a new video. And guys, share these videos on your social media ventures, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. I don't really have them all and I don't care. But I would like to get this word out to people. So sharing is caring, as they say. So show us that you care, be a blessing to your pastor, and share these videos. We'll see you tomorrow. Actually, we'll see you Monday. Actually, we'll see you Sunday. Take care.